Hey guys, welcome back to Plum Sparkles. Today we are talking about The Selection by Kiera Cass because oh my god, this is literally the best book I have ever read. First of all, the covers, every single book in the series, the covers are gorgeous. Look at her dress. So the front cover, we see America Singer, which is the main character. 35 girls, one crown, the competition of a lifetime. 35 girls are sent to the castle to compete for the heart of Prince Maxon. America Singer is one of them, and she's from a lower caste, but she still somehow gets selected to compete for the prince. But she is in love with a boy back home below her caste named Aspen, and they are technically boyfriend and girlfriend in secret, so it's like a forbidden love type of thing. But they can't technically be together and get married because they're from different caste levels. Here are all the books in the series. We have The Selection, The Elite, The Wand, Happily Ever After, The Heir, and The Crown. But once America Singer gets to the castle, she begins to realize that Maxon isn't the stuck-up swirled brat she thought he was, and she quickly falls in love with him, leaving her very confused about who her true love is, Maxon or Aspen. Meanwhile, while the selection is happening, while America is trying to figure out her feelings, there's two groups of rebels that are attacking the castle, and we don't know who they are or why they're attacking the castle, but we know that they're the Northerners and the Southerners, and they're both very dangerous, especially the Southerners, and they attack the castle a few times during the book. Maxon, throughout the whole story, is clearly very in love with America, but she still is holding on to Aspen, but is also finding herself falling in love with Maxon along the way. At the end of the book, she is still very conflicted, and she ends up falling in love with both of them all over again, so she doesn't know who she wants to choose. So that's the main premise of The Selection by Kiera Cass. Let me just talk about the highlights of this book. America Singer, first of all, despite her ridiculous name, which I will admit is pretty ridiculous, because her name is America, and she's a singer, and her name is America Singer. So other than that, the book is great, I promise. You can get past her silly name, the book is great. Also, I do have to admit that her name is kind of pretty. I know it's ridiculous, it's kind of ridiculous because she lives in America and she's a singer, therefore her name is America Singer. It's not very creative at all, and it's kind of redundant, but it's kind of pretty at the same time. Is that just me? I don't know. But she is a really likable main protagonist. She really cares about everybody, her family, and the people of the kingdom. And she just seems really genuine in her relationships. I know this is a popular book talk book, and I would say it's totally worth the hype. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. It is definitely worth the hype. I love this book so much, and like I said, it's currently my favorite book I've ever read. I highly recommend this. If you find it at your bookstore, definitely pick it up and read it because it is such a good book. I am currently reading The Elite, which is the second book in the series. So I will say that I am enjoying that one very much as well. I think it's going to be another 5-star read. I will warn you though, if you're a younger reader, this book is obviously a YA book designed for younger readers. The second book is a lot more mature than the first book, and I assume the other books will be too. There's depictions of torture, and there is violence and depictions of injured people. So I would say that if you are a younger reader, then you may not want to read this series. You can read the first book, but the rest of the books might not be for you, but it's not that graphically detailed. I just want to put a warning in there because it's kind of caught me off guard, and it was kind of disturbing to read, but it was a really good book still. And I haven't finished it yet, but I just wanted to say that little disclaimer in there. The first book is all clear, and it's a green light book. You can read it if you're younger. There's nothing mature in this book at all. It's great for younger readers. So with that, I'd give this book a spice level of 0 because there's no spice in this at all, which is perfectly fine with me because it's still a really good story. So as I continue the series, will America get with Aspen or Maxon? That is for you to find out and me to find out in this series. And I think that's all I had to say in this book. Kira Cass is now my favorite author. She is amazing and I love her style. So that is all I have to say for today's video about the selection. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.